See, in the real world, nothing comes easy. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the blood, the sweat, the tears. If it doesn't hurt a little bit, if it doesn't sting a little bit, if it doesn't make you a little uncomfortable, you probably won't get very much out of it.
Going. So as you can see, I'm still feeling just a little bit sick. At least the fever is down, so at this point I only have fatigue. I'm a lot tired, so but you know what you have to do, you have to keep pushing, okay? So even though you're sick and everything, work never ends, and I've been doing a good job. Actually, I said I slept, but yeah, so I took a break from Sunday because you guys know Saturday was the party at my store. So on Sunday, I took a break from Sunday all the way to Tuesday. And then today I'm back to it again. So that was a couple of days of just chilling, taking care of me, sleeping, just being lazy, guys, just being lazy. And you couldn't even be anything else. Like the only thing that I could do was to be lazy because I was super sick and tired. But it's getting better. I can sense a little bit of a stuffy nose, but I don't really have coughing. I have like a stuffy nose, you know. So I'm having an issue right now. I'm just dreaming, guys, but I'm having an issue right now with the CNPS system that is not really working, because usually we do the transaction online. So okay, so my staff already tried to do it, right? It didn't work out. So I sent them to the bank yesterday. So we did pay the monthly contribution that we pay for all the teachers, but we're not able to do it in the system. So I wanted to try it again once more before I head to the office, because that's where I'm heading to. I need to figure out why this thing is not working. So what happened is that they changed the password, and even though you wait, let me do this. So even though you do the whole thing to like reset your password, it lets you go in and reset, and it tells you that your password has been successfully reset, but it still doesn't send you inside the system, you know, like you cannot see your data, you cannot see your account. So I was trying to do it, and I've been trying to do it for a couple of days now, because technically we're supposed to pay it last week. Okay, last week, yeah. So let me head to the office, but before I head there, I have to go to school first so that I can get the receipt that my staff had from the bank. Then I can go to the office. Then I have to go to the store, pick up some things there to bring to school. I'm coming back to school to go back with it to school, so that at least, because we're preparing the Christmas party at school that's going to be happening on Friday. So we're having everybody work on it. Everybody is busy, and I haven't been there this week, so today's gonna be my first day there. Today's Wednesday. Thursday I'm gonna be back there, and then on Friday it's gonna be the party. So we're just trusting that, guys, when you have a staff, okay, you have to trust that they're doing something good, like they're doing something that they're supposed to do. That's the only way, because look at me now, like I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. And as much as I wanted to be involved in the Christmas party preparations, this is me. I'm not able to do it because I'm not feeling well. But we've been talking back and forth with the staff, and they've been letting me know what's going on, the things that they're doing. So I'm happy about that. So now it's just last minute verification, making sure that everything is set to go. We have an entire list of how the day, Friday, is going to go for the events, dances, competitions, traditional dances, language competition. Miss, we also have, we have new things for this Christmas 2021 that I'm excited about. And yeah, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about that later, okay? Because I got to go. So bye. So I'm finally at school. So we're just looking at the stage where the kids are going to be dancing. We had to make something temporary, okay? Because I'm still trying to feel better, okay? So we had to make something temporary because we don't usually have a stage.
that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living."
So guys, I'm actually at the St. Bear's office. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to see somebody. Okay? Today's the deadline. I finally made it. So, problem solved. Finally took care of it. I'm gonna head to the store. So guys, I had to stop by the store to pick up this box of like additional ornaments so that I can bring it to school. So that's what I came here for. Guys, I'm heading back to school, so my sister is there. We just have to see how we're gonna place everything. One thing that I picked up, because I thought about it once again, I was like, we only have one Christmas tree for the school, but since on Friday there's gonna be a lot of events, guess what I did? I picked up the other Christmas tree for my store. Guys, I'm driving, I'm trying to look at the road, so if I'm not giving you eye contact, just know that I'm driving. I'm really comfortable driving and talking to the camera because I feel like that's one of the rare spaces that I have where it's quiet. Okay, everything else is just too much noise. Too much noise. I don't think I will ever get used to the noise, the amount of noise here in Douala. Like, I just feel like I no, this is it's a bit much. It's a bit much for me, knowing that when I was in the US, not only was I living alone, but it was just quiet, you know. My neighborhood was quiet, it was safe, it was, you know, and I'm having to adjust, you know, being in Cameroon now for a year. So it hasn't been easy, but the perks of like moving back to Africa and thinking life is just gonna be beautiful. It is beautiful, but it's a lot to take in. And I think one thing, I hope you guys can hear me, because I know the road is making some noise, the fan is making some noise, but basically one of the realities that you guys may not know, you guys who are still pondering the idea of relocating to Cameroon or Africa in general, is the adjustment is not just going to happen within the first couple of months. It's going to happen, I mean, you're going to have to adjust every single month, every single year, because that's what, guys, that's how long it's taking me to adjust. And I still feel like I haven't adjusted. Another thing that people, you know, some of the little comments that I was getting was like, now that you're in Cameroon, you know, handling your businesses, I'm sure you're having a lot of time to live life to the fullest, and you know, you have things on your schedule, blah blah blah. Guys, I'm just distracted with this car driving like a total. Like, why would you drive like that? People are trying to get places, okay? Oh my god, this guy is actually a joke. Okay, this is another thing you never adjust. It's the crazy drivers, the craziest driver. Like, dude. Anywho, what was I saying? Yeah, so you're never gonna fully adjust. I think for me personally, being that I'm a, you know, business person, whatever you want to name it, and I want to be more of a business person, not just somebody who goes, you know, from one location to the next, even though that's doing business. But I want to be, guys, if only people knew the dreams that I have of myself. Like, it's crazy the way I see myself in the future. And I feel like Cameroon, I don't even know, I feel like the life on its own, you know, the life itself can drive you nuts. not just the businesses. My first challenge is not doing business in Cameroon, because I've been doing business in Cameroon before I relocated back. I think my challenge is reconciling your personal life, your family life, then your business life, you know, because I think in the US, I didn't have family members in the US, so I used to work and work and work, and occasionally I will hang out with girlfriends, you know, and guy friends, and then we'll go out occasionally. I think even before I moved to Cameroon, I had gotten to the point when I was in the US, I had gotten to the point where I wasn't seeing my friends as much, just because my schedule and the amount of time I would put into my work and, you know, my craft, and it was just a lot. And then you're also having and you're also having friends that don't even live in the cities, you know, they don't live in town. So I used to be in Houston, and I had friends that were living like in Dallas, other friends that were living in Minnesota, LA, all of these other places, and then friends that even moved out of the US. Like, they basically moved out of the US, went back to Africa. Her name is Stacy. Shout out to Stacy. She's one of those business person that you will never know. You will never know she's that business savvy, but her brain is crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, Stacy, shout out. I know sometimes you watch my vlogs. But anyway, so a friend like Stacy, for example, used to live in the US, then she relocated back to Africa. I say Africa in general because, guys, she doesn't have one country that she stays in. She stays everywhere, okay? She stays everywhere. She works for an oil and gas company, and yeah, so she's doing her own thing. And I remember asking her years back, I was like, are you ever gonna come back to the US? And she was like, why? For what? Like, for what? I think when my friend Stacy relocated back to Africa, and she was basically like, she's not gonna go back to the US. And I had, because at the time she was actually in Cameroon, because I told you guys she's everywhere in Africa. So basically she was in Cameroon, and she was staying in this 4,000 euro dollar, I mean euros, dollars, 4,000 euros apartment here in Douala, okay? And I went to her place, and I was like, whoa. I think this was my first reality check of like, people actually live like this in Cameroon, you know, they live like this in Africa. But the thing is, for you to live that way, you have to make money, and you have to make real good money. I always get into those conversations with people when I say Cameroon is good. People are like, yeah, Cameroon is good to live when you have money. And I do have to agree with that, okay? It is good and decent for the people who have like a decent salary. I'm not gonna fight that. But I think for people who are always like talking about living in Africa and doing this and doing that, and then you can see them in luxurious apartment and so forth, those people have a really good income, like really sustainable. It has to be sustainable as well. It has to be sustainable because you have to make sure that you're going to be getting that income every month. So for you to get that, what do you need to do? Then that's when you go into, you know, are you going to find a job? Are you going to have a business and so forth? So it really depends how you want to go about living your best life in Africa. So not everybody chooses, you know, to have a business like me. Some people actually choose to work, and which is okay. So I think anyway, I feel like I'm always talking all over the place, but I was talking about how it's hard for me to just adjust, and I'm still adjusting. And yeah, I mean, the most difficult thing is not me moving to Cameroon, dealing and managing my businesses. I think it's just everything coming at me at once. I feel like it's just a lot, and I'm still trying to reconcile that, because when you've lived so long on your own with no family responsibilities next to you, because there's a difference when you have family responsibilities but they live abroad. So all you have to do is give them a phone call, send the money if needed, and so forth. There's a difference when you are there, you are physically there, you know. If something is happening, healthcare wise, you have to show up, and so forth. And the expectation too, guys, the expectation, I feel like the expectation when you are a woman, an African woman, crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's as if your parents don't quite understand the lifestyle you're living, because for them to be a decent or successful African woman means that you're taking care of the family, you're taking care of the home, and you're doing all of these things that women have known to do for years, for ages. And being me, right? Being me, who is a bit selfish, and I'm going to put it that way, because I think for everyone that wants to go for the dreams and that wants to achieve a certain level of success, there's a selfishness, that comes with it, because you have to kind of like isolate many things and really prioritize your ambition. This is what you want to do, this is who you want to be. And I think many African parents do not understand that life. Okay, they don't get it. They feel like you were supposed to do something else. I think it's one of those things. It's one of those things when you're trying to reconcile taking care of your parents, being there for them, having a life, personal, fun life, and also being the business woman that you want to be, and you just can't balance it. Like, I don't care what people say, you cannot possibly balance all of it. Like, it's almost impossible. I've tried. It's almost impossible. So something has to suffer, okay? And something has to suffer. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But I feel like when the family suffer, you feel so guilty, because there are times where the family suffer because you are not there for them. You are too busy taking care of the businesses. And there are times where the businesses suffer and it still hurts, because you feel like you have put so much effort into building something, and because of family matters, this is you. So guys, I finally got home. Look at my dog!
It's not about you being perfect. It's about growth and development. And every single day, that when you look in the mirror, can you say that you gave today 120% of you? Hard work will always position you in life for you to succeed.